Yo, how's everyone doing? Welcome back for some more Forza Horizon 3. Today I'm going to be sharing with you the Forzathon exclusive Porsche Cayenne Turbo, and I'm just going to show you the car in the Forzavista and also share with you some racing gameplay, but quickly just going to show you the performance stats like I always do for anyone that doesn't have the car yet or maybe watches this video down the road because they didn't get the car from the Forzathon event. And first thing that I do want to say, I've heard a bunch of people telling me that they don't like the look of this SUV. Like, what do you not like about this thing? I think it is a beautiful Porsche SUV, and honestly I like it better than the Macan a little bit. I mean, they look very similar, but I think this one looks a little bit nicer, and honestly I don't see what people don't like about this thing because it is beautiful in my eyes, and I absolutely love the way it looks. I mean, it's got that beautiful V8 turbo, twin turbo I should say, and it sounds awesome as well. I love the sounds of it and the looks. It's just all awesome in terms of that, but the performance is a little bit lackluster overall, and I'm going to review it, tell you what I think about that. And the first thing though, the good thing, it launches so nicely. I mean, it rips off the line and it just launches so smoothly. I love launching this thing, especially when I'm racing, because it just rips right off the line, and that's always such a good feeling. But the problem is the acceleration kind of stops there. I mean, second gear is okay as well, first and second, but after second gear this car feels very sluggish, and that's partially because this thing weighs almost 5,000 pounds. I mean, this thing is a tank. The only reason that this thing can move at all is because it has that V8 twin turbo motor. I mean, it makes over 500 horsepower and torque, which is awesome, but the car just weighs so much. I mean, it's like 4,700 or 800 pounds, which is pretty crazy, and this is a very heavy SUV, and that's kind of what limits the car overall. Now, the braking is actually okay. It's not amazing, but considering the weight, it is way better than I thought it would be. And this car actually feels very unique as well, because usually cars either turn really well and they're very responsive, or they just don't respond at all and don't turn well at all either. But this car, it's kind of not responsive. Like, it takes a little bit to turn after you tell it to turn, but the thing is, once it does turn, it turns very well. It feels very unique to me, at least that's how I feel about it. So the handling is okay. It's kind of like good and bad at the same time, but the top speed is good. I mean, it's in the A class and it tops out at about 180 miles per hour, which is perfect for the A class. But the problem is it just overall feels very slow, very sluggish, and once you hit third gear you just feel like you're snailing along. So if you do want to go and upgrade this thing, a weight reduction will definitely be a very good thing to do, and considering that's pretty close to the top of the A class, I think this thing will be a good S1 car. You just have to build it properly and tune it properly, which I'm very excited to work on, because just like with the Macan, I really like this SUV and I do want to be able to race it, so it's definitely going to need some upgrades and a good tune. But honestly, I think it could have potential in the S1 class, but we're going to have to see. I think a little bit better tires would be good as well, and the thing is though, like, it just takes a little bit of time to get used to the handling, but the grip is pretty good overall, and you certainly can make it slide because it's very heavy, and if you turn too sharply, I mean, it just will not hold the grip too well with the tires that are on it now and with the build of it being stock. So weight reduction and some better tires and then add power, I think this thing could be a very good car. And the shifting is okay, but the gearing ratios, it's kind of hard to tell because of how slow it accelerates overall. The gears kind of feel long now, but once you make this thing faster, they probably will feel kind of short. So we're gonna have to see. I'm definitely gonna work on a tune for this thing, and I really like this thing. I love the looks of it, and the stock performance isn't all that great, but I think it does have potential. So if you do miss it from the Forzathon event that's going on as I'm making this video, I highly recommend that you do get this thing from the auction house, because I like it a lot and it sounds good and I think it's pretty fun, and there's not too many SUVs that I like, so if I like this thing, that means it's got to be a pretty decent SUV. But as always, thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think of this Porsche Cayenne Turbo, but have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll talk to y'all again very soon. Peace out.